Hi, I'm Brie Van Dalen, an elementary education major, and the purpose of this video is to share teaching dispositions that I possess, as well as dispositions that need work as I further my education and work towards becoming a teacher, and also sharing qualities that a professional educator should display. So some dispositions that I possess that I think will make me a successful teacher include providing a positive and supportive environment that allows students to feel safe. I feel like I'm an approachable person, and that was one of the qualities of leadership that I had at school when being involved in multiple leadership roles. I have people tell me that I'm very kind and easy to talk to, and that allows them to feel safe when approaching me about anything. Another thing is I have a lot of experience with children through my church, youth groups, classes, babysitting, and much more. And so I've learned a lot about fairness, and I feel like I do a decent job at making sure children are being treated equally to one another, and that no student deserves more than another. I've also worked with challenging kids before, so I know how to handle that for the most part. I know how to take time to understand each student's needs and issues. Another thing is I'm a very social person, and I feel like I will do well in interacting respectively and professionally with fellow staff, parents, students, families, etc. I have a lot of integrity, and communication comes pretty natural for me, so I'm not too worried about that. I am a trustworthy and truthful person, so I know that everything I say to my students will be completely true, and I want them to know that they can trust me. I love involving others, not just myself, in decision-making processes, so I know the students will be the center of all of my decisions, and that all of their input is very important. The part that comes naturally to me, because I absolutely love kids and being around them, is that I'm very, very excited to build personal relationships with all of the students, and to show them interest in their feelings, always. Another thing is I can't wait to be a positive influence for these students. The main thing people tell me is how joyous and happy I always am, and how positive my outlook on life is. So I can't wait to bring that into the classroom to my future students. Lastly, I have a very bubbly and fun personality, and I can't wait to make the classroom a fun place to be in, a fun environment, so that a place that the students are excited to be a part of. I can't wait to use my creative mind to come up with different ideas that'll draw students in and provide a different, more engaging way of learning. Now, although I just shared many dispositions that I feel that I possess, that does not mean I'm perfect, and there are definitely some things I will need to work on before settling into the classroom. These include planning, time management, that is a big one that I'm working on right now, and even organization of just things and supplies, clutter. I need to be professional, and part of that is always being on time. As a teacher, I need to ensure I am responsible in that matter. I will need to make sure I keep supplies in my classroom cleanly organized with little clutter. Motivation to do certain things, like some of these that I just named, is also a struggle, and I will need to improve on that. Even though I just mentioned I've worked with challenging students before, some of those have been in other environments, so that kind of made it different than in the classroom. And I also still need to remind myself that everyone is different and has their own challenges, so no one will have the same problems or issues. And so that makes me a little bit nervous, just because I want to make sure I know how to correctly handle those students in those situations. But I also know that with practice and confidence, it will all work out. Overall, summarizing what qualities professional educators should display would include kindness and respect to everyone involved with the school community, honesty and integrity, good communication, professionalism, including organization and good attendance, positivity, the ability to be fair and treat students equally, and putting their new needs first at all times, knowing how important learning is and that is the sole purpose, keeping a safe environment at all times, being approachable for the students, the ability to build relationships with them, and understanding issues and concerns of every student. I think those are kind of the main qualities a professional educator should have. There's obviously more, but I think those are the main ones that I for sure want to have when I am a teacher in the future. Thank you for listening.